Welcome back, everybody. I'm Cheesecake Bob. We're here with another suggestion video. Now, today, I realized I actually have something pretty, unique that I want to show or talk about because this is possibly the possible answer to why Hypixel is popular. And that is, and it may sound a little bit crazy, but Hypixel is a man. Now, I know what you mean, like, why is Hypixel a man? And how does that connect to Hypixel being popular? Well, it actually surprised me, because I was originally going to do a video about comparing Hypixel to Mineplex. But then I typed it in, it's Hypixel, how Hypixel become popular, and all that like that, And apparently, it led me to this, where I open up, like, a Wikipedia, YouTube wiki, and it tells me about this Hypixel, and I saw Hypixel, the server, and I read it, compared to, but then I realized that Hypixel is a man. It's a guy, and it's like, what? But it says here that he's a Minecraft redstone engineer who's widely known for creating redstone-based adventure maps in the popular video game Minecraft, and his whole story that he joined YouTube on July 14th, 2012, and actually, first thing before I went to the Wikipedia page is that I went to the, his YouTube, like the Hypixel YouTube they do, but they actually have a YouTube channel, but the YouTube channel isn't active much, as if Mineplex being always active with cringy videos of Salad Green and Sam Tito acting 5-year-olds, but anyways, Hypixel has actually uploaded, their last video was like a trailer, and that's expected, to be honest. And he said he joined on June 14th, 2012. I don't know if I said that right, but he basically, what surprised me the most about this, he worked with Sethbling, and if you don't know who Sethbling is, he is, by far the most popular YouTuber who is, a Minecraft redstone engineer. He's known for building stuff, and he worked with him on the Team Fortress 2, the game. Well, they implemented it into Minecraft, and that's one of the things, of course, he also, that I think, a lot of other things, but none of that's important. It's just the fact that he worked with Sethbling, and he's a Minecraft redstone engineer guy who probably learned from him. And the fact that, is what's coming down to this, that he made so many maps. He actually made, a Star Wars adventure map. He made the walls. I don't know if he worked with Sethbling, because on the wiki page it just says maps that he made, but I don't know if Sethbling worked with him to make these maps. But he made, Herobrine's Mansion. I don't know if you played that or if any YouTubers that play that, but Hypixel made that, or was associated in making it, which that's actually probably the thing that he's most famous for, the Herobrine Mansion, and and this actually led him to creating the Hypixel server that everyone knows today, because over the years, he kept making maps, and he had this idea of making a server, because, on a map, you can have, minigame type things in a map, and he did this with redstone, he created this stuff with redstone. It's not mods, it's coding with redstone. So he had this idea of creating a server with actual mini-games with redstone-based commands, and no plugins, because plugins are stuff that you download off, servers, or download off websites to use on your own servers, but he used redstone. Completely free stuff. Completely free. And he used it to create Hypixel, the server. Hypixel the man created Hypixel the server. This guy who's named Hypixel created he constantly created these new mini-games with redstone command blocks. So every time you go on Hypixel, just remember, you're actually playing with redstone. And this actually confirms that the whole, Hypixel is based off of redstone and command blocks true. Because as the Wikipedia page states, Over the years, he continued to upload many videos featuring redstone contraptions, most of which are downloadable. Eventually, his redstone maps became so popular with Minecrafters that he decided to set up his own massively multiplayer Minecraft server named after himself. So as you see there, with his redstone powers, he's able to create a server. The server features many of his adventure maps and PvP minigames remade using Bucket plugins to reduce lag since it was a very large server. And, it's one of the most large, because this website is actually pretty outdated. It says 20,000 to 30,000, but now it's like 40,000 to 50,000, maybe even 60,000, because currently on Hypixel, it's the actual player count it goes up to 61,000, and it's one of the most popular Minecraft server networks to ever exist, mostly because, with redstone stuff, he has like the plugins, bucket plugins, which is like essentials, for example. He uses those combined with redstone as minigames, and you create this constantly new, create constant minigames. And this is probably why Hypixel is popular to this day. That's why. Now here's the thing. Alright, I'm gonna stop what I was saying before. This is the real answer. This is the answer to why Hypixel, out of every other server, every other big server, is going down. That's why Mineplex has 6,000 players. This is why Mineplex has 6,000 players. This is why Hypixel has 55,000 players on. It's because of this ability to do what he does all the time, and with fresh ideas, with constant new original minigames like Vampire Z, The Walls, Team Fortress 2, Murder Mystery, Bed Wars, Egg Wars, which I think is on Hypixel, I think. I may be wrong about that, but Hypixel kept creating these original minigames with plugins and redstone to create what he wanted. But on Mineplex, they take these original ideas and modify them to create another game. For the biggest example is survival games, where you have the aspects of survival games, but they use other materials. Like if you saw in Weekend Brawl, they use wolves, horses. They right-click a sword, it throws them in the air. It does all this crazy stuff that shouldn't be happening, but it does happen. Now, survival games isn't necessarily something that Hypixel would have originally created. I don't think it did, but that's one of the things that Mineplex sort of does, is copy off of other games and modifies it. And he did it with a lot of other minigames, but sort of the creative idea is that they thought of modifying it and making these new modifications. It's what's original, and that's why there's a few thousand more players on it. Basically being 6,000 players are on it, because that's the loyal people, including myself. 6,000 loyal people out of the 40,000 that was on 2 years ago that are on Hypixel now, because probably it's because they figured this out as well. I'm probably late in the game. I'm not pretty sure. Let me telling you, the main point is that Hypixel is a man. He's a guy. He's an actual person that created a server. He named it after himself. Because all this time I thought Hypixel was a name that this group of people created, but it's just one guy who named it after himself, and since he's the owner, he gets to make the calls. Rather than the Mineplex owners, which are 3 owners, they don't know how to do this stuff. That's probably a big advantage for Hypixel right there. He was able to do this stuff with Sethbling. He had practice with Sethbling doing all these maps. So, that's good for him. He did this, and that's why Hypixel's the biggest server. I don't think he creates any maps anymore because he's focused on this. As the rise of Hypixel, this is why. So, just wanted to say this information, and why Hypixel is growing and Mineplex isn't. Mostly because Hypixel had much more experience with this as a man who worked with Sethbling, and repeat, biggest redstone YouTuber. He's one of the best. I'm not saying he is the best, he's one of the best. He did it with him, did maps with him, did all these redstone stuff, learned from him, and then he created Hypixel, the server. And rather than Mineplex being, the one guy just creating a server, because it almost went from not being existing, and he basically Sterling created this server by himself. then Sterling, Defex and Chiz came along, with Spoo came along and helped form Mineplex to where it is today. It's sort of different from Hypixel, which I keep repeating. It's like he's learned from he learned from Sethbling and created Hypixel. So that's how you said Hypixel, but is it gonna make me go on Hypixel even though the video is like what you're seeing is Hypixel? No, but I'm just saying it's interesting. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, hope you actually got a better understanding. I may have rambled a bit, but that's alright. It's okay. But I'm Keith, aka Bob, and I'll see you later. Goodbye!